How's it going, you cool people? I'm Jihab, and today I'll be reviewing the Nintendo Wii U. So the Wii U has actually started to do well since the release of Mario Kart 8, and more people are actually thinking about getting one, and I'm here to tell you whether or not it's actually worth it. So if you've seen my PlayStation 4 review, you're probably going to be familiar with how I'm going to do this review, but I'm going to go over 4 different things about this console. I'm going to go over the look of the console, the system, the games, and the graphics. So we're gonna start off with the look of the Wii U, and I'm actually a fan of this design. It's almost like the Wii, it just has a little bit more like rounded corners, and I like it because it's very small, it's very compact, it's easy to fit like anywhere. The Wii U is also very sturdy, which makes it a very good console to like move around. If you go from place to place, this console is very easy to just fit in your backpack and just move around because it's seriously really well made. I just have to give Nintendo credit on that because, as I said, it is very well made, it is very sturdy, and it does look well overall. But if you were to compare it to the PS4, for example, the Wii U isn't like, it doesn't look next gen, if I were to say it like that. It looks like a console, it looks okay, so overall I do still like the design of this console. I think it looks good, maybe not that next gen, as I said. One thing I do not like about this console, however, is the whole glossy thing it has going, because it is such a fingerprint magnet. And I mean, I don't like go around and touch my Wii U a lot, but I noticed it when I was shooting these clips in the background. I noticed how dirty my Wii U was, and I mean, I have it standing in the open. There was so much dust on it, and it was, yeah, such a fingerprint magnet. I might be going overboard here a little bit. It's not really that bad, but it's something that could have been better, so I guess there's really not anything we can do about that right now. But anyways, the final thing I want to talk about with the console itself is, of course, the cords or the cables. So to hook the Wii U up, you need at least 2 cables, which is of course an HDMI cable or component cable. The Wii U does support component, which is pretty cool, and then you of course need the power cable, which does come with a freaking power brick. I hate power bricks, I've said that before, but anyways, if you want to use something like the sensor bar for your Wii remotes, you will need an additional cable for that. But enough about the look of the Wii U, now we're gonna get into the system. So first up, we're going to take a look at the Wii U interface, which is really as simple as it gets. When you boot up the console, you're greeted with your Mii standing in the middle of the screen, then it zooms out and you can see a bunch of other Miis, which are actually like real players. They're gathered around games and they're like commenting on them. You can see what they think about it, and it really is awesome. You can even zoom in and click on every single one of them. You can check out their profile, you can become friends with them, and in my opinion, this is actually a leap forward in like social communication within like consoles. If someone likes a game that you do, you can just click on them, check out their profile, and just become friends with them, and it's just that simple. And in my opinion, it's just so awesome. I really enjoy that feature. Then of course you also have your main menu with all your games and all the applications and all that, which is down on your gamepad. You can of course switch the two, which is what you're seeing here on the screen because I can't record from the gamepad. But anyways, it is very simple. You can simply just click any application you want to use. You don't have to like scroll or anything. There are of course pages if you have a lot of applications, but it is still very fast, and yeah, it's just extremely accessible, very easy to learn, and I do like this interface a lot. But no console comes without its flaws, and the Wii U does have some obvious ones. For starters, the Wii U does not have any sort of party chat application that you can use within games, which really does suck. I mean, I use Skype when I play games and talk with my friends, so I'm not really that affected, but most people that only play on consoles use these features a lot, so it is really sad that Nintendo hasn't included this in their latest console. Something else I want to cover is Miiverse, which is really awesome. Miiverse is basically Nintendo's own forum/social network. Each and every game on Miiverse has its own page where people can post, like, if they need help with something in the game, they can post questions, they can discuss the game, and it's super awesome. I've used it a lot, and if you guys want to follow me there, if you do have a Wii U, then make sure to go check me out. I probably put up my Miiverse here on the screen, and you can go check me out there, because I do post things from time to time. I really do enjoy Miiverse a lot. Probably the coolest thing about Miiverse though is the interaction with the developers, and I have to say I'm just so impressed by that. that, developers can use Miiverse to actually post updates about the game, post screenshots of upcoming games and stuff like that. I mean, it's just so cool. For example, they have a Smash page where they post like a screenshot of the day every day, let people comment, like it, and they probably take feedback from the comment as well. And that to me is definitely a next generation feature of the Wii U. That is just super cool, and it's almost like you're taking part in the development of the game. So with all of that said, I have to say that I enjoy the Wii U's interface a lot. I think it's a great system, but as I said, it does have some flaws. I've been talking about the system now for a while, but let's get into the games! So games. The Wii U has a lot of awesome games. So, on my Wii U right now, I have New Super Mario Bros. U, Nintendo Land, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, Rayman Legends, Pikmin 3, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, Super Mario 3D World, Sonic Lost World, and Mario Kart 8. Nintendo also has something called the Virtual Console, where you can buy retro games digitally, and there I have The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past, and then I have Super Metroid. And on top of that, the Wii U is also backwards compatible, meaning that you can play all of your Wii games on the system. You can't play GameCube games, of course, which kinda sucks, but that was expected. So the Wii U is basically two consoles in one. You can transfer all of your Wii data as well to your Wii U and have all your saves and everything, which I think is really awesome. Now, as I said, the console does have some really awesome games. Most of them are, however, like platformers or action-adventure games. There aren't really that many open-world games or shooter games that I know many people like. I'm not all that bothered by it since I have my PC for games like that, but people that do want to use the Wii U as their main console are gonna have some problems. The Wii U is definitely lacking in third-party support, however. I mean, it did get Call of Duty Ghosts last year and Assassin's Creed 4. I'm not sure if they're gonna get it, if the Wii U is gonna get Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or Assassin's Creed Unity. It is getting Watch Dogs later this fall. The Wii U could definitely use some more third-party support and would just be awesome to see, but this also brings me into the upcoming games for the system. The Wii U has some really awesome upcoming titles actually. It has Smash, for example, Bayonetta 2, it also has Zelda. Sadly, most of these anticipated titles aren't coming until later this year or the start of next year. Over the summer, the Wii U hasn't actually got that much interesting stuff for it. Like right now, some recent games are Monkey Pirates, Brick Blast U, My Arctic Farm, and I mean, I have no idea what kinds of games those are. I've actually never heard about them. The only game that I have heard about is Shovel Knight, which was just released. That's of course only a downloadable game, and it's not like a big game. Of course, some people might still enjoy it, but it's not really something that's going to sell Wii U's. We do have Hyrule Warriors, which is a mix between Zelda and Dynasty Warriors, which is of course coming out in September, so it's still quite a while until then. But even though there might not be that many games coming in these like coming months, there are still a lot of awesome games that are already released. Some of them are Mario Kart 8, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, Super Mario 3D Land, Pikmin 3, and really the list goes on. There are so many awesome titles on the Wii U. And as I said, there is also the Virtual Console, which sells retro games digitally, and you can buy, there's like a ton of games there. There are Game Boy games, SNES games, I think there are NES games as well. I think they might actually be releasing GameCube games in the future, which would be really awesome. So it's not like you're not gonna have anything to play when you get a Wii U. And also, if you get a Mario Kart 8 copy, they have this like promotion. So if you redeem the Club Nintendo code you get within your game, you can actually download a free digital copy of one of like 4 or 5 games, and one of them is of course The Legend of Zelda. You have Sonic Lost Worlds for some countries. It depends on where you live, so I'll probably link some sort of article in the description where you can check more information about that. But overall, there are some really awesome games coming the end of this year and the start of next year, and of course the Wii U already has some really awesome titles. It could definitely use some third-party support, but anyways guys, we're gonna get into the graphics. So hardware-wise, if we go to the Nintendo website, we can see that the Wii U has an IBM power-based multi-core microprocessor, and for its graphics card, it has an AMD Radeon-based high-definition GPU. The rest of the specs for the Wii U are actually rumored, which is really weird, but anyways, it is rumored that it has 2 GB of RAM, for example, but if you want to read more about this, I'll link it in the description, so if that interests you, go check it out. But now let's get into how the games actually look. So in my opinion, the first party games on the Wii U look awesome. Nintendo doesn't really go for that realistic look in their games, which some people might not like. I'm completely fine with it. I still think the games look fantastic. Like, seriously, the best looking games in my opinion on the Wii U are Mario Kart 8 and The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. So Mario Kart 8 runs in 720p at 60 frames per second, which just looks great in my opinion, and the Wind Waker HD runs at 30 FPS, but it runs at 1080p, and I'm not really sure which one of them looks the best, so I'm just gonna say that both of them are really awesome, and they look fantastic. But really, all the first party titles on the Wii U look great in my opinion. Now, the third party titles are a little bit of a different story. So for example, Call of Duty Ghost looks exactly like it does on the 360, except that it runs much worse, and I don't think this is because the Wii U is underpowered or something. I actually think the devs are just doing a lazy job with the ports. Other games on the Wii U that have this exact same issue is of course Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4, Darksiders 2, and I'm sure there are many other games that have this issue as well, but as I said, I don't think this is the Wii U's fault. So really, that was about it about the graphics. The first party titles on the Wii U look amazing in my opinion, and I can't wait to see what Nintendo has in store for us. Sadly, the third party titles aren't really anywhere close in graphical fidelity. So guys, here is my conclusion about the Wii U. The Wii U is really a games only system, and it has a ton of awesome features that I haven't even talked about, like off TV play where you play on your gamepad. So all in all, the Wii U is a fantastic console, but really only for first party titles. I wouldn't recommend getting this console for third party titles or really as your primary console. That being said, it of course depends on what kind of third party games you want from your Wii U, and maybe you only want Nintendo content, so then it is a great console to have. I grew up with Nintendo, so I'm definitely enjoying my Wii U. I love Mario Kart, I love Zelda, and as I said before, I can't wait to see what Nintendo has in store for us. I really would recommend this console to anyone actually, because I do love Nintendo games, but as I said, it does lack third-party support, so really, the best combo this generation is probably to have your Wii U next to a Xbox One, a PS4, or a PC.